Hey everybody, Craig Howie here of Howie Guitars, and we're recording for day 6 now of the Phoenix build for the St. Vrain Valley School District Mobile Lab. And what we're going to do this time is work on the body. We're going to carve both halves of the body and get it glued together. And then while that's gluing up, we're going to do the last thing to the neck, which is dress the frets. So here we go. Okay, first of all, we got to take those blanks that we set up in day 1 and plane them flat. Get them to the right thickness. Okay, here we go. We're starting to hollow out this blank to make the bottom part of the guitar. So that's what it looks like before we round the edges. Then we're going to go in with a 1-inch ball bit, round those edges down. It's getting close there. Looks like this when it's all rounded and ready to be cut out. So now we'll go in and cut the outside, but I'm not going to cut all the way through because I need something to hold it down to the deck. So there it is, ready to be coming off the deck. Of course, we'll do the same thing with the top blank, a little bit skinnier with this one. And for this carve, it's more of like a topographic map. It's carving a bowl shape basically, so you can see the levels of the map kind of. Eventually that's going to be nice and smooth when we sand it down. And of course we'll cut her out. Okay, there's the top and bottom almost ready to be glued together. First we've got to cut them out. Use the bandsaw here to cut both of them out. Get as close as I can to the edges. There they are, almost ready. Now I gotta smooth the top down, like we mentioned, by sanding it. To do that, I'm gonna draw pencil lines on all of the levels that I mentioned that look like a topographic map. Look like this when it's done. Then I'm gonna go in and sand until those marks go away, so I know it's nice and smooth. All right, here we go. We're gonna glue them together, and this goes really quick, so I have to be really precise and work pretty quickly. I get the center line set up first and cleaning on with the glue away as I go here, and then you just slowly clamp down all the sides. There's never too many clamps. You want it as tight as you can. And there you go, all clamped up, ready to go for the next step. Okay, so now while that's gluing up, we're going to dress the frets on the neck. To do that, I have to tape off the fretboard to protect it from the files that I'm going to use. There we go. So what's happening here is the fret was round, but then we went in and leveled the frets, so we knocked down the top of the fret and made it flat. That leaves these two pointy ends basically there and there where the string will hit and the string will be out of tune. So we got to re-round it, get it to where it's nice and has a nice round top again. So to do that, we're going to mark the fret with black marker first, so it looks fairly flat right there. But then we're going to go in with a file and slowly round each edge, and we'll keep going until you just get a small strip of black along the top and you know you've rounded it up to a nice round top. Then you got to go through and take away these sharp edges on the edges of the frets on every single fret. So it's a long process. You got 24 frets with this neck. I like to use my magnifying glass or eyeglasses there, and it's just one fret at a time. This usually takes me at least 2 hours to get all the frets done. So now I'm going to go in and polish the frets with my several levels of sandpaper here. I'm going to go 180, then 220, 320, 400, 600, 800, 1200, and finally 1500. Then I'm going to check the edges for playability, make sure there's no sharp edges for when the player plays. And there you go, they're all shined up, all dressed up, the body's being glued together, and day 6 is done.